Welcome to NEXTGames Ambuscade series, June 2025, against a single Uragnite. Now we last saw this about 2 years ago, and this month's run can be quite the equalizer for well-geared players and returning Ambuscade geared players, as I will show in this video. Now I have multiple strategies to help take this month's run on, but all seem to give the win in about 4 to 5 minutes regardless of your present gearing or job, so expect this month to take a bit longer than most if you're well geared, and take about what you normally expect if you're a returning player who normally spends 5 to 10 minutes on your wins. Now before getting into all that though, let's go ahead and talk about key item acquisition. This month, you need 1 Aquan kill for your first run of the day, and 3 Aquan kills for multiple runs in the same day. For these, I recommend you go to Home Point Warp to Bahuda Tree, or use Survival Guide Warp to Kuftal Tunnel, where you can find crabs in either location for your key item. Now, onto the run itself, which as stated previously is against a single Uragnite. Now the abilities used against the tank and party in this run are quite tame, and any trust tank should be able to tank it easily for you if you don't feel comfortable doing so yourself. Now the abilities that you're going to see are Suctorial Tentacle, which will inflict darkness damage, and Muddle. Painful Whip, which will do a good amount of single target damage but is blocked by shadows. Gas and Venom Shell abilities are both AoE poisons. And the last one that you can see is Palsinxis, which will inflict single target damage and paralysis if not blocked by shadows. Now what this boss lacks in firepower, he makes up for in his defense. Now naturally, he already has very high defense, making weapon skills and skill chains do only several hundred damage to at most 1,000 to 1,500 damage, and Magic Burst doing a bit more than that, but in general much less than usual. Now the Uragnite will also go into its shell at times during this fight, making it so you can only do 1 damage for every form of damage that you do, whether that's a single attack round, Magic Burst, Skill Chain, all of them will do a single damage each when he's in his shell. And he's going to stay in that shell until you've done a certain amount of damage. It looks like it's about 30 damage total, so about 30 different attack rounds or forms of damage is what you need to do to get him to come out of his shell. Now of course, all of this is going to slow down your progress in this fight dramatically, and is what causes wins to take upwards of 5 minutes, even for well-geared players. Now there are some things that you can do to speed up your runs, and if you're lucky you can sometimes get wins in as little as the 3-minute mark if all goes perfectly, but in general, you really shouldn't expect that. Let's go ahead and talk about though, what it is you can do to speed this fight up. First, try to bring a job with dual wielding. This will help you to cut through those periods of time that he is hidden in his shell quicker and boost your overall damage, since the amount of damage you will do per melee attack is so low. It will also at times double your damage or more if you use Enspell damage, as it will also activate for additional damage on each hit. So on my ninja battle examples, I am subbing Red Mage to facilitate this. You can also take advantage of multi-hit weapons to further increase your amount of melee swings per round to boost that low damage you have per attack. Now I'm going to be doing this with a Kraken Club in my Red Mage and Elite Ninja battle examples, and in the example you're seeing right now, of course, I'm simply using a Gokutai and Tourette since I'm using just Ambuscade weapons. You also want to take advantage of Trust, who use dual wielding to further boost your damage and get past the shell periods quicker. I find Matsui P is perfect this month for this, as he will also Magic Burst any skill chains you do. Speaking of skill chains, they are your most effective form of damage during the fight this month, so try to get a 2-step light or dark skill chain in as much as you can, so that everyone can burst off of it. Now the key to this fight is to try and keep your physical and magic damage equal. If you do so, then he will not go into a shell, which will obviously lead to a faster fight. Now when you do this, you will see an SP animation activate on the boss, and when you see this, his damage shield is going to drop for a few seconds after that, so use that short time to try and get in as much high potent damage as you can, as quickly as you can. Now I found that it is easy to do this on my Ambuscade geared ninja example that you're seeing right now, using Matsui P and Shantoto 2 to add in Magic Burst damage and keep that magic damage as close as possible to my physical damage being achieved. When this is done correctly, you will see that it can lead to fast wins, even with lesser geared players like you're seeing in this current battle example, where I'm using only Ambuscade gear and weapons only, allowing myself no gear swaps, and using no add-ons or plugins of any kind. Now I found that trying to make physical and magic damage equal was much more challenging on my well-geared jobs, and that doing so normally just led to slower runs in the end due to me trying to keep those numbers close and of course the time associated with that. I found it was just faster on those jobs to get in my damage as quickly as I could, but you will have to play with your specific job setup, your gearing, and your trust selection to see exactly where it is you fall in this spectrum and exactly what your best strategy will be for taking this month's run on. That's about all I have to share for this video. I hope you found that helpful. Coming up is going to be a Red Mage Elite Gear battle example and a Ninja Elite Gear battle example for anyone interested. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next month.